Hello, everyone, and welcome to Gridiron, Queensland on this beautiful Saturday evening. We have the Spartans versus Bears for you today, and I hope you guys are enjoying wherever you are today. We welcome you wherever you are, overseas, interstate. We welcome you, and we hope you enjoyed the broadcast today on live streaming Brisbane, and enjoy.
Okay, so I remember that. So, and then you just need. So there's no. Wait, how do you do replays? R space. Oh, they still got so yeah, that's like a 10.
Did I hold you guys up by sending Michael out there?
So
You guys
like,
going
from the place from the when the
Oh,
player
you
out
didn't
on
count
count
okay.
that's what it plays on last.
Sorry, I saw you.
So you don't want to do it like
As you can see, Bears won the toss, chosen to kick and defer for the half. I hope you guys bear with me today because it's my first time ever commentating a game. I'm usually playing, but I'm out for the season. My name is Kwame Emmanuel Azenglogolu. As you know, Kenny used to love calling out my name, and you know, today I have the privilege of calling out a game. So, hope you guys enjoy.
And already played the last 10 seconds, and then get rid of it, space, to fast forward in slow motion. So say I go, like that, slow motion, and then slow motion. So that's slow motion backwards, that's slow motion forwards to get everything.
All right, we're set for kickoff.
You have to tell me.
Everyone getting set on the field. Everyone looks ready. This should be a good game, folks. So stay tuned. Don't go anywhere, because Bears season right on this game. Spartans are coming off a huge win against the Rhinos, and they're looking to ride that momentum into the playoffs. So stay tuned. Here we go. Good big beat from Phil. Number one feels it. Oh, good move. Good blocks. And he's scumpering back to the sideline. Oh my goodness. Good return to the 40. Tackled by number 24, Malachi.
Can you do that live? Yeah. He'll come join you for commentary.
Alrighty, looks like I've got a helper on the mic today. His name is Lucky. He's going to be helping me out with my commentary today. So please welcome Lucky.
How you going, everyone?
So
Lucky.
how are you feeling today, Lucky?
Oh, very good. Just came away with the dub from the juniors game.
Oh, yeah?
Very good.
How was that for you?
Oh, it was good. O-line played very good. Very good. It was good.
Definitely.
Very
Good to hear.
Very hard game, though. Good game, though.
Understand. Here we go. Rhinos starting off with the offense, and they rip it off with a run right up the middle.
What a run.
Oh, yeah.
Number's that?
Oh, looks like we have a player down. And that's number 37 on the Bears. I think that might be free safety Bailey on the Bears. I'm sorry that I do not know a lot of the players' names on the Spartans team, but I do know a couple of the boys on the Spartans team. They're really good friends of mine, and I'm just hoping that you bear with me as I try to get names of players. I didn't have the opportunity to prepare or get any names, so hopefully you just bear with me.
It's the men in business. Do you know, we got men in business, Sporting Globe Ravina, and then now we can run. Nick, do you know if there's a pen we can use just to write down notes for them? Do you know where the pen is though? If we have a pen?
So we just have an injury timeout here, and we'll get right back to it. Looks like he's getting up on his own strength. What a champion, Bailey. What a champion. And we're back to the action, folks. Stingrays come out in the open formation, a spread formation. And they rip off another big run here, right up the middle. That's a 5-yard gain.
What are we going to try and get out of the end of this? Are we going to actually mutually work towards a beneficial outcome, or is it just going to be propagandistic or ideal?
2nd and 5.
Or we just agree to disagree, or shit, did that right? You know, and I'm better off going this way. You know? So, but yeah, I do a lot of that. And I do all compliance. So I actually wrote in I have online compliance management software. So I actually did it for sporting clubs. Because there isn't any proper compliance management software for sporting clubs.
Spartans / Raptors line out in the spread again, and they run it right up the middle. For only a 1-yard gainer. And that tackle was made and blown up by number 84 on the Bears. 23 is a solid runner, man. He's looking really good out there, keeping his pad level nice and low while running through the gaps. Hopefully we see a couple more good runs from him today. Spartans line up in a spread again. And they go for the run, and it's blown up. Woo! That man's shot out of a cannon. And that is number 24, Mr. Malachi.
Great defense there by the Bears. Beautiful.
Yeah, man. I know that the boys have been working a lot on just tightening up their defense and making sure they're becoming sure tacklers. I know the Raptors are just phenomenal when it comes to tackling, especially on the defense. They like to float to the ball, and they like to fly around and make hits. So should be a good game today on the defensive side for both teams.
Very keen to watch. It'll be a very good game.
Oh
my God!
Big hit.
What a hit!
What a big hit by number 23, and that is Mitchell Rigby coming up and making a huge hit on number 1 on the Spartans, jarring the ball loose. Oh my goodness, he came right off the line, broke out of that, and came and smacked him. Oh my goodness. Man, I know what it feels like being a receiver and receiving one of those hits. It's not pretty at all, folks. It's not pretty at all. Because all you're doing is focusing on the ball, and next thing you know, bam! And you're on your floor, and you're just screaming, and you're like, damn, where did that come from?
That's how you get a change of down. That's a turnover.
Oh, yeah. That's
good.
a massive play for the Bears on defense, and that's what they were absolutely looking for. Let's see what the Spartans got on defense here and what the Bears can do on offense.
Oh, another run.
Start off with a run right up the middle.
Shut down, though.
And like I said before, folks, the Spartans defense like to fly around and make hits. And as you can see right there, they all flew to the ball and make a good gang tackle. So Lockie, I know from watching the Bears on live stream and previous games, I know the offense have been struggling to move the ball a bit, but last game they started to move the ball pretty well in the second half, and they're trying to ride that momentum here. But let's see what they can do. Start off with the pass. Ooh. And that ball was just short and almost picked off by number 43 on the Spartans. That was a really good play, staying in that receiver's hip pocket and breaking off and trying to make a play on that ball. Alrighty. Bears are back out and they're in trips formation. And here we go. It's a pass. Will's loading up for that pass. And almost picked off by number 27. Oh, man, he was in such good position to pick that off. He just didn't look the ball in. He's going to be kicking himself for that. I know that's right.
Oh, that should have been a pick. He would be very mad at himself for that one.
Definitely. That should have been going the opposite way. And I'm not sure, but I think that is Emmanuel, number 23. Pardon me. I got his number wrong that time, but it's number 23, Emmanuel on the Spartans. And he's a very chatty fellow on the defense. And he doesn't really talk anything crazy, but he loves getting in your head. If you allow him to, he will. So look for him to try and talk to some of the receivers, get them out of their game as they go on. That time the punt went wide outside, so we'll be starting again. Spartans will start off with the ball, and Bears defense will be back on. Man, it's been a while since I've been at the Rays Oval, and it's looking really nice today. I've seen them move down from the usual field to the far side of the field, and they've got an awesome looking poster out here that says Gold Coast Stingrays Gridiron on it, and man, it looks beautiful.
It does a lot. It only just came up this year. Everyone was very excited. Oh, bad
and a
snap.
fumble. Oh,
Terrible
scrambling,
snap.
Passes it to the tight end, and here he goes, trying to make something of nothing. Gets pushed out of bounds. Oh, man. When you think the play's almost blowing up, he goes and makes something out of nothing, number 10.
With only just a loss of 1.
Definitely. That's the way to minimize a bad play. So, yeah, definitely a good job on that. Man, I don't know why, but it seems whenever you go out to the coastal games in Queensland, you always get some of the weirdest looking weathers, man. It's either sunny, really hot, and you know you're sweating out here, no water, nothing, and struggling in game. But some days, man, it just comes out with gusts of winds as well. And then you have these days where it's looking cloudy and looks like there's a storm coming. Oh, there we go.
Another run.
Start off with a run.
Ran into his own teammate there.
Oh, yes. Sometimes that happens, especially on the run play. Sometimes, you know, on the O-line, someone stands there and doesn't go out and smack someone. And that's what you need from your O-lineman, looking for someone to clean up and just give that running back a chance to bounce it to the outside and make a play.
Yeah, as O-lineman, just get them upfield, make as much space as possible for running backs.
Definitely, definitely. Man, it's so awesome seeing how we're having some of the junior players come up from their junior program into the senior programs. And I know of a few juniors wanting to come up into the men's league next year. So that's exciting for Gridiron Queensland, growing the game. We're looking to grow the game out here in Queensland, and lovely competition always out here in Queensland. And I love the fact that the boys get amongst it. Even the rookies fly around, have fun, you know. There's a good camaraderie amongst all the boys. You know, obviously out there on the field, in between the hashes when the whistle blows, there's no friends, but off the field, love the camaraderie.
Yeah, it's like, it was a little bit of like bad sportsmanship, not so bad sportsmanship, but a lot of tough plays in the last game, but afterwards everyone was just mates again. It was good.
Yeah, definitely. And that's what you're looking for, especially if you're trying to make something of your football career, man, having that switch and able to turn it off and on. Here we go, Spartans line up in the trips formation, and they go with a pass. Number 10 lets it fly deep, and 11 is wide open, tries to make a play on it, but that'll be incomplete. Way to chase that down by 23 and not give up on the play, even though he was beat at first. Way to make up and come back and just jar that ball loose.
Very good recovery play.
And it's a 4th down. Spartans are calling for a punt right here.
The defenses for both teams have actually been playing pretty good.
Oh, yeah, man. Both defenses, pretty much top-notch defenses out here today. And you can see it by the way they're playing, and they're flying around. They're letting loose, not really playing up tight. You know, they know their assignments and they go out there and they fly and they do their job.
Alright, I'm not it is. It really is.
Alright, you take care.
Have an awesome weekend.
Oh, what a good punt. That's right where you want it.
Thank you. Okay.
Dying and
Letting it
rolling
roll.
to the 15. And inside the 15, I should say. And that's a good punt.
That was
by
a
the
very good
Spartans.
punt.
Man, I love how we just come out and we see the Gridiron Queensland logo on all the tents, disregarding what team it is. Like, all the tents have a Gridiron logo on it, and it shows how proud we are of our football heritage here in Queensland and how we love our football in Queensland. I don't think any of these boys would be out here today if they didn't love the game of football. And I think, you know, it's important to have that love for the game, or else, man, you come out here and you get chewed up and you just want to leave the game.
Yeah, especially being a small sport, like a growing sport in this country.
Definitely. Out here in Queensland, the Gridiron game is still growing, and we have a lot of people who are looking, you know, to come out here and enjoy and, you know, try something new. So if you're out there today and you're watching this game and you haven't played Gridiron before, man, there's leagues out here that you can get amongst. Even if you don't want to play tackle Gridiron, there's also flag football leagues going on. So get amongst it. Look it up on Facebook. Search it on Google. You find a sport near you or a club near you, and join up and have some fun playing Gridiron.
Oh, another run.
Start off with a run here. They came out in a trips formation and they're running the ball. That's a good gainer. And they got the ball upfield 5 yards, and that is second down. Boy, you could hear the coach from the other side. He's got a big, loud, booming voice calling out the plays. And I believe that is Shane of the Bears, head coach for the Bears. Is looking pretty good so far. Both teams trying to make the first move, draw first blood, but both defenses are holding stout. Bears go again with a run.
Another
out of
run.
Spread formation. Oh,
Ooh.
man, what a fantastic job by the Spartans, just flying to that ball and tackling as a group.
Beautiful defense there.
Awesome defense.
Just like to say, there's quite a lot of supporters out here.
Oh, yeah, it's good to see. Definitely want to look out for seeing all the supporters out here. I know when I first started playing, which was not long ago, about 3 years ago, it was hard to get supporters out to the game, but it's awesome seeing people come out and enjoy the game and just get their support and, you know, just chipping in, even if it's just the cheers we're hearing on the sideline. It's awesome. There's a full start, and I think that is on the offense. Oh, no, that is a full start on, or might be an offside on the defense. Wait for the call from the refs.
Just quick shout out to the sponsors: Sporting Globe Rabina, Men of Business, Now I Can Run Foundation, and Academy 49. Thank you again for the sponsors.
Thank you, sponsors.
Hashtag culture changing baby.
Definitely, definitely. And here we have the Spartans cheering to the defense, trying to get them to stay in that zone, not to drop off, and keep the intensity, and always watch that ball. Watch that ball. It's a key thing to always watch the ball. It's surprising how much players forget to watch that ball. You get told so many times by your coaches, by other players on the team, but you always forget to watch that ball and get called offside. Here we have the Bears lining up in trips, and we'll see what they come out with this time in the drive. And they're going with a run again. Oh, breaking tackles. But man, that Spartans defense stout and adamant on not letting the Bears run the ball on them. It's looking good out here for the defenses. Both defenses holding strong, but the offenses need to find some spark to pick it up and get the game to open up a little bit more.
Yeah, currently it's just a game of defense. A lot of punts being seen in the first quarter.
Definitely. But I think it's important to always highlight the special teams because so much in this league, a lot of players forget that special teams has the ability to win games for their team. But it's
What a
always important.
punt! What a punt!
Definitely. That's a very good punt from number 15, and I believe that's Phil on the Bears. That punt just took a very good roll for him. Luck's on his side, and it just rolled back into the 10 right there.
As you just said, special teams really can change games.
Definitely. It plays a strong part in swinging momentum for both teams, and it gives the players an opportunity to put themselves on a highlight, Go out there on special teams, almost anything goes. So you just have to go out there, have fun, fly around, make plays, and obviously try to crack someone and make a good block,
Yeah.
It's always important to get out there and make a block for your playmakers and allow them to have the opportunity to make plays.
Oh, beautiful defense by the Bears, but a flag has been thrown.
I wonder what that's for. Just waiting for a signal from the refs there. They're pointing towards the Spartan side, so I think it might be on the Spartans for potentially a holding.
Yeah, quite possibly a holding on their own.
Holding number 63. Oh, man. Those are things you get chewed out for by a coach, man. Always having those plays where you always have to be in the right position at the right time. Sometimes you just get beat and you do stupid things like holds, and it costs your team and getting pushed back right here, and it makes it tough for the Spartans being pushed back into their own red zone and getting closer and closer to that line on their end zone. And that's something you don't like to see. They come out in trips here, and they go, a speed option right there. The quarterback keeps it, running out to the outside, and that's a good job of not giving up and pushing forward and gaining about 3 yards there. What do you think the quarterback is like? The quarterback play is like in this league, man?
Oh, our quarterback Taj Borden is actually very, very good, and it's very good to see now, like developing from last year. It's become more of a passing league, whereas last year it was just mostly run dominated. But this year, other quarterbacks have actually started to step up and bring good passing game.
Definitely. Good to see the game improving and opening up for everyone to have fun and make plays, and it's not just one-sided. Spartans come out and a
big play,
formation, and they hit number 11 with a pass, and that flat. He ran that flat very nicely, caught that pass, and got upfield. And I believe we might have a flag on the play. No flag.
Just a controversial call on if he stepped out or not.
Yeah, it looks like he might have stepped on the line, and sometimes that's hard to judge while a player grabs the ball and is running up the sideline. And sometimes you just got to really watch that. Your foot is not too close to the line, because any little sign of your foot touching the line and they'll call it as a dead ball or as a dead play right there. And Spartans come out. RPO, and it looks like it's picked off. Oh, but he dropped it. Oh, it's a catch. And it's an interception by number 52. And that is, I believe, Zach, linebacker, Mike linebacker for the Bears. Yet again, my apologies for not calling any names on the Spartans team. I'll do my best to try and get some names of the boys I know on the team, but they're still fighting here, and it looks like the defense has made a big play for the Bears to swing momentum in their favor. Let's see what the offense can come out and do, and let's see if the Spartan defense can still hold this to a no score.
This is their first time down in this part of the field. I'm very keen to see what happens.
Definitely. It looks like the game is starting to open up now. It was very slow before now, but both defenses starting to fly around, get a feel for the offenses and what they're doing and making plays. But we need both offenses to step it up, make the right reads, quarterbacks, and get the ball out to the receivers. O linemen make that push on the line. D linemen make your block sheds and get after the running back. Here we go. 14 drops back, let the ball fly, but he threw it too wide out of the receiver's reach right there. But it didn't really look like he was going to have an opportunity to make a play on that because, man, I think that's number 9 on the Spartans defense, or number 19 on the Spartans defense, was sitting right in his hip pocket.
Hey, Emmanuel,
Yes.
what defense do you think is the most hardest to go up against?
Oh, man. I have to say, there's a lot of defenses I've faced. Being a second-year player for the men's team, I often get double teams and sometimes even a little sneaky triple team with dropping the linebacker underneath me. And it's tough to play against. Oh, no, and we got a jump there from number 50. Looks like Mr. Lewis jumped on the line, and that was a free place for the Bears, and number 14 took it and scooted upfield. But yeah, man, like you were saying before, I think definitely the cover 2 is most likely the toughest defense to go up against because the quarterback has to make the right read very quickly and put the ball accurately in a spot where only the receiver can catch the ball and also make a play on the ball, while also being very careful that safety doesn't just cheat over and pick him off and take it to the house for 6. We got a flag on the play. Just trying to see what the ref's call on that is. I think they're calling the Spartans for an offside by number 50, encroaching on that I'm forgetting the name. The zone. It's just encroaching on that zone right there, line of scrimmage right there. Veteran number 50, Lewis, I know he'll be kicking himself for that. Just encroaching on that line of scrimmage.
It's about 2nd and 5 here. Drops
And
back for a pass.
Lets it fly. Good reception by number 17. And stepping out of bounds there. That's a first down for the Bears. Looks like their offense is starting to click. It looks like the Spartans just have to tighten up a little bit more on the defense and to hold this Bears team to a no score in this first quarter. Man, clouds are starting to roll in. It's looking quite grim in the airways out at the Rays field at the moment. Just gray clouds rolling in, and might see a bit of rainfall maybe later on, but hopefully not. We can keep dry and just continue to have fun and keep the grounds in tip-top shape.
Yeah, even just being out there before, the grounds are pretty slippery, especially in the dirtier areas.
Definitely. I know as a player, it's often frustrating going out to grounds like my home field. Sometimes at the Bears, you get all that rain and the mud just makes your feet slide around everywhere. But then again, it chops up the field and makes it difficult for wide receivers and DBs to keep their feet under them. So it's very important that, we enjoy good fields all year round, and we just pray that that rain stays away.
Yeah, I'm keen for a more passing game, as I don't get to see it much in the juniors, but
definitely.
Just
it
hoping
opens up a lot more when you get to the men's. You see a little bit more passes than run, but I understand how you feel on that, man. But just got to keep it and remember that coaches always have a plan of attack, and you just got to buy into that plan of attack to open up the game for the team.
Yeah, that's true. I'm very keen to go up to men's next year.
Definitely.
Very keen.
Get keen. Looks like that was the end of first quarter, and flip the fields here, and the Bears are in the Spartans red zone. See what they can do here, if they can punch it in for 6. We'll see. Come out in spread formation. Drops foot back for a pass. Lets the ball fly. just threw off his back foot there. Will needs to make sure he winds up and make sure he follows through with that foot and not drag his hand behind. Playing quarterback for my Colts season, I know that's one thing I struggled with a lot is quarterback mechanics, and just that time he wasn't able to get the ball out because he just wasn't able to follow through as he should as a quarterback on that throw, or else that would have been a touchdown by the looks of it. Pardon me.
Yeah, it did look like it was going to be a touchdown, just underthrown. So you went from QB to wide receiver.
Yeah, man. I know I made a massive switch there. Getting up to the men's, I knew I didn't have the size to play. So, that
was a
good
nice juke.
gainer. Bears are opening up their passing game by running that ball right up the middle. I think that might have been the game plan by them. By the looks of the first few drives, they seem to want to run that ball right up the middle. Let's see if the Spartans defense can, make a stand here and call them out and call each other out and, hold each other accountable to stopping that run.
It's very tough mentally on the when you're on your own 10.
Definitely.
It's very hard when you're defense backed up on your own goal line.
Definitely. So Bears come out in a spread formation here. And they're looking to pass here and let the ball fly.
All flags have been thrown.
That was a pretty good route by number 2, but covered up very nicely by 43 on the Spartans. He was right there in that hip pocket to give himself a chance to make a play on that ball. But yeah, like you were saying, man, I made the, like you're asking me, I made the switch from quarterback to wide receiver because I knew I didn't have the size to, continue playing quarterback at the high level in the men's competition. So I just made the decision during the off season to start preparing to go and play other different positions. But I often look at myself as an athlete. I like to do everything on the field. I can do a little bit of this, do a little bit of that, and that helps my team out. So definitely, but I love the challenge of playing wide receiver because I think corner is very, very challenging, but it's just a little bit more challenging as a receiver, having to make sure you get open and give your quarterback a chance to get you the ball. And they go for a deep pass here. Oh, what a pass!
Caught, but was he out?
Oh, it's incomplete. He just got out. That was a very good pass coming out in trips by the Bears. And I believe number 14 is William Glass, just letting that ball fly up. But I think that was quite a dangerous pass as well. He was just lucky that it went out the end zone. If that hung up any further up in the air or any longer up in the air, man, that could have been a pick if it was in the end zone.
That ball just looked like it was floating up there.
Definitely. And that comes back to the quarterback mechanics that I was talking to you about. Not to hate on the quarterbacks, but, man, we have so many camps out here in Queensland, like OzQB. I know we have Academy 49, and they're developing the next round of talent. So let's just get in and amongst it. Get to all those camps, learn from the players that have been in the league for a long time. Get to pick their brain a little bit and just learn and become a better player. Take everything in and just apply it to your game and make it your own,
Yeah, just become an athlete like you were saying.
Definitely.
Every team needs athletes.
Oh, I can tell you, like, every team has one athlete. Especially in Queensland, you will never go to any Queensland club and not find one athlete on our roster. So definitely good to see. Oh, that's a booming kick by Phil, but no good. Wide left.
Unlucky there. That could have been the first point on the board.
Definitely, and I think the Bears are trying to establish that dominance on offense, trying to get that point on the ball by kicking the ball, and it just came about short for them. That time the ball went wide left, and it's just unlucky. It looked like a very bubbled snap too when the ball came out. The holder just struggled to get that ball down to give the kicker enough time to follow through and get that ball through the uprights.
Yeah, true.
Here we go.
Back in
Spartans
the
are out in trips formation And looks
See
like
it.
they're running it.
An outside run.
Oh, man. That's a good call right there. Number 22 was just able to get outside the hashes there and just push it towards the sideline
About a gain of 5.
and make those linebackers and D linemen chase him towards the sideline, opening up the game a little bit more for the passes on their offense. Really good job by the Spartans here.
From Colts to men's, how big of the jump is it?
Oh man, it's so much of a jump, especially now. I know my years playing Colts. You know, we only played I think 9-man football, so it was definitely a switch for us. Here we go. Spartans come out in a
Another
trip formation,
outside run.
and they run it towards the trip side, and that's a good gain
Oh.
of first down for the Spartans. But yeah, like you were saying, man, it's definitely a jump, especially when you're going from 9-man football to 11-man football. It's definitely a switch, and you have to adjust to the speed and the spacing of the game for yourself as well. But also, now that Gridiron Queensland has, you know, effectively put in the same amount of, you know, man football for the Colts, it's preparing the Colts to get up to that higher level with the men's and, you know, help them to adjust a little bit quicker to the game. Spartans go with a run again, coming out trips left and running it to the single side receiver. Looks like both offenses are starting to cook with grease now as their running game is opening up their passing game for them, but it looks solid so far.
The runs are really working this drive for the Spartans.
How good is it that, you know, we don't have a beaming sun coming down? Because I know sometimes playing out on this field, man, you get that sun coming down on you and you're just dehydrated. But here in this game, the men can play in nice, cool conditions and just play freely without worries of dehydration or cramping up. I mean, obviously they still face dehydration, but, you know.
Oh, what
it's
a
little bit
run.
cooler.
Made something out of nothing there. That was
Definitely
beautiful.
a good run for 22. Looks like he was going to get stopped short in the backfield, but just ended up breaking those tackles and getting a good gain for the first down. Good run by the Spartans.
Yeah, and like you were saying with the weather, it's beautiful. Like, not the sky per se, but
Definitely.
it's cool, nice breeze. It'd be
Ideal weather for football.
oath.
Definitely. Man, I love having the opportunity to just pick the brains of the veterans, especially as a player playing football. Oftentimes you get to pick the brains of all the veterans, especially when you get up to that level, you know, of the men's, and you're just starting to ask questions, find out how you can be a better player for your team and make plays. And they start to teach you these little tricks of the trade, helping you to develop as a player. And it's so good to see that all the veterans on each team in our league in Queensland, you know, are sharing the knowledge, you know, spreading the knowledge out for the young players to get better and just to open up the game a little bit more, give all the kids a lot more opportunity to, you know, make something of football in Queensland. That time, Spartans just got a 2-yard gain on the run there, and now they're out in trips formation. And it looks like, a run pass option, and the quarterback keeps it.
What a stiff arm.
Throws out the stiff arm there to stop that safety coming up and making a play. Man, it's so good to see that the quarterbacks aren't scared to run in this league, and they use those big booming hands or big booming biceps to keep the defenders at bay. Because I know my rookie season playing Colts, man, your coaches will scream at you and be like, don't run, slide, don't run. But it's good to see that quarterbacks can have the option to run the ball here and, you know, make something better of the game for their team.
Yeah, you just saw the D lineman bite on the running back and took it himself.
Here we go. Good protection.
Oh, what
and
a
rocket
pass.
of a ball. Oh, number 11 takes it all the way to the house for 6. Oh, my goodness. Here we go. Spartans are cooking with grease now. They got 6 on the board, and it should open up the game for them. Man, what a pass by number 10, right up the seams to number 11. And it's a good play. Very, very good play by the Spartans, opening up the game.
thread the needle there straight through the defense.
Oh, definitely, because that corner was right there. It's just the wide receiver did a good job of just boxing out that corner and reeling that ball in. It's often the easiest ball to drop because you oftentimes think not to look at the ball and look it into your hands, but he made a good adjustment, looking the ball all the way in, securing that pass before getting upfield for the touchdown.
Another thing I'm keen for men's is like
Oh.
the field goals and
Here's something you don't see very often.
2-point play.
Oh.
Fumbled the snap.
That was interesting formation there, out there by the Spartans. They came out in an I formation, and that's something you don't really see a lot out here in Gridiron, Queensland, and that's super cool to see different formations coming out. They're whipping out everything in the playbook to try, just keep that foot on the pedal and just keep it going and put more points on the board. That time just came out unlucky with a fumble for the 2-point conversion.
Yeah, and I was just about to say I was keen for like the field goals and the PATs, but they went for 2.
Definitely. It's awesome to see plays being made on special teams because, oftentimes that's when everyone gets an opportunity to make plays, and it's pretty sad to see when people just stand around, especially on the field. And, while the game is going on, you're on the field, but you don't run around and try to make a play. And it's just sad to see when people just stand around on the field.
Yeah, that's very true. Some people just don't have that mindset.
Definitely. You've got to have that hunger to get out there and make a run and make something of nothing, especially on special teams, because that's what special teams are for. And that's a boot. That's a good boot.
Ooh.
And here
Down the
goes number
sideline.
15 down the sideline, down to the 50. And that's a good return for the Bears, giving them a good field position to start their drive. Boy, this is looking like a good game right now. Special teams is firing on all cylinders. Defenses are making good plays. Offenses are making good plays. Looks like it's going to be a good game for the rest of the day today. We got 3 more quarters of hard, good Queensland football. Pardon me on that. But we got good Queensland football coming your way. Stay tuned. Bears come out in a trips formation here. And Spartans look like they might be in a single high. Let's see what the Bears do to combat this defense right now. Drops back to pass. Oh, what a good pressure.
Oh,
and
is this takes it home?
Pick. Is that going for 6?
To the house.
It is. Oh my goodness. What a play. Who was that? I think that was number. Oh, let me see if I can see his number right there. That's number 98. Oh, came out, just broke off his assignment right there and watched that quarterback's eyes and picked that ball off, ran it in for 6. That's a way to make a play for your team, giving your team an opportunity to run away with the game.
Oh, the Spartans defense there, beautiful. Beautiful play, beautiful blocks after the intercept as well.
Definitely a good play for the Spartans there. Unlucky for the Bears. They just need to make sure they make the right reads on all their plays and, execute. It's all about execution. You can have all the plays down, but if you don't execute, it's not going to translate on the scoreboards.
That is very, very true.
It looks like we're getting that I formation again by the Spartans going for 2. Oh, no. They come out and spread. Well, let's see what the Bears do here to hold them up for the 2 points.
Little motion.
Oh, look at this.
Takes it himself.
Oh, trying to make something
Flag has
happen.
been thrown.
A flag's been thrown. But good job there by the Bears defense, just holding them up to 6. But, man, what a play by the Spartans defense to give themselves a chance to potentially run away with the game here in the second quarter.
Oh, it puts them up 2 touchdowns now. Defense really showing out.
Definitely. And like we said, man, quarterback play definitely comes in to factors like this, especially when you have a tight game like this. You want your quarterbacks to make the right reads, get the ball out to the playmakers, and allow them a chance to make plays. But as you said, at the first quarter there. Quarterback play is definitely improving, but we just need to make sure we make those right reads. Definitely had the opportunity to, hang out with Noah Hall. I remember the first time I met him, we were out at a showcase at a Rhinos field, and I came out there, and that was the first year I wanted to play receiver. And I saw him, and he flashed some good balls, and I was like, he's a talent to watch for the future. And he came out there, man, and I told him, you're going to be my quarterback for the rest of this showcase. And he came out there, and he put some good balls on me. I just wasn't able to hold those balls in now. But hopefully, some showcases, I get him as my quarterback again.
Yeah, he's a very, very good quarterback,
Definitely.
as shown in Colts last year.
And I believe he's also the MVP for OzQB camp.
Was he?
Yeah, I remember seeing on the OzQB channel on YouTube. If you do follow OzQB, you'll see that Noah Hall did receive the MVP for that quarterback camp that they had showcasing quarterbacks, and that was so good to see that talent coming up, and he just looked so good. Seeing some of the highlights, he looked so good, making the right reads, going through his progressions. His footwork looked clean, and the balls came out very nice. Sorry, I think I might be wrong there, folks. I think Taj was the one that won that MVP. Pardon me, I just got corrected there. Sorry, Taj.
But as a former QB,
Yes.
how much pressure is it?
Oh man, I have to say, as a former QB, it's oftentimes pretty much 90 to 80% mental and 10% physical, or 15% physical, whatever my maths is there. I'm bad at maths first, so just forgive me there. But it's mainly mental, because the quarterbacks they have the pressure of knowing the plays, both for all the other offensive players and also themselves, and then they have to go through their progression, make the right reads, and also they have the pressure of putting the ball right on the money. So every time they come out in the huddle, it's always that pressure of, do I have what it takes to make the right play here to give my team the right opportunity and the right chance to run away with the game.
And having a confident QB can really change the morale of the team as well.
Definitely.
Like, my
There we
confidence
go.
in... Ooh.
Oh, what a good long ball! And that could have been held in by number 80, and I believe that is Suni on the Bears. That's a good ball by number 14.
Just slipped through his hands.
Yeah, that was a very good-looking ball right there. Safety looked like he was late on the rotation to get to that go route by Suni, and that was an opportunity missed there by the Bears.
He would be kicking himself after that one. They could have moved the chains down further.
Oh, definitely. I know I did all the time, man. Whenever you get those big plays, opportunity for those big plays, oftentimes you're like, oh, I'm wide open, but then last minute you get a hand in your face by the receiver, and that's where concentration really comes into play for the receivers. Always making sure you don't give up on the play and look the ball all the way in. And it looks like a smoke screen here out of trips by the Bears, and there's a good gainer. Oh,
It's
man,
about 20-yard gain. That's beautiful. Beautiful
they've
play.
got that in the bag right there. Looks like the DB just sat off a little bit, and they just called that screen, and they made a good play on that.
The blocks on that play was beautiful as well.
Definitely.
A man down from it.
And that's something that's something I think all the coaches should take into account, how the men's receivers make blocks here, because making blocks as a receiver is something that's not looked at as cool, but young players need to understand, if you make blocks, that opens up the game for your team to have big gainers just like that. You can rip off big yards just like that if you make blocks. Receivers also remember that you can be aggressive on the offense just during run plays, only on the run plays. Never get aggressive when it's a pass play, because you have to be running out there, but also obviously you can be physical when the ball's in the air. But
I guess that's just the flip of the switch for run and pass, isn't it?
Oh yeah, definitely. And that comes in to the mentality of each player. what they're playing for and what their mindset is like each game. When you come out there, you've got to have the switch, as they say. You've got to be able to flip that switch on. When you're running, you have to be a route technician as a receiver, but when you're run blocking, man, you have to have that dog mentality of you're not going to get past me and stop this play from happening. And you have to be stout and make sure you just put your best out there on the field and give your playmakers an opportunity to get the ball upfield for you.
I've witnessed it firsthand. Another one of my teammates, Stingray Juniors, and another Academy 49.
Rip off a good run here. Oh, look at
what
number
a game.
20. Rumbling, stumbling, and bumbling.
The block from 80
my
as well.
goodness, and he's still at his feet. Oh, my goodness, charging all the way down to the
What a
20
run.
of the Spartans. That's what you call a run, people. Oh, my goodness. Can you believe that run?
That was beautiful. The receivers making the blocks and the running back executing.
Oh,
That was
definitely.
beautiful.
That was beautiful to see. And that's another example for the Colts. Blocks open up all the plays, potentials on the offense right there. As you see, receivers came down and made a good block, and the running back just took it and ran up that sideline. And there you have it, folks. Blocking is very important in this sport.
That is very true. And one person who does it really well, like I was saying before, another teammate and another Academy 49 member, Noah Langley.
Oh,
I've watched him pancake 3 people in 3 consecutive plays over the sideline.
definitely, definitely. And blocking should be something that is cherished throughout this league for each player, because there's nothing better as a player, speaking from a player's perspective, there's nothing better than taking another player out of the play and seeing that look in their face when they know they're totally out of the play and there's nothing they can do to stop the play that's coming.
That is very true. Getting pancakes, the amount of hype and energy you get after it.
Oh, definitely.
It's unbeatable.
It's unbeatable. And it's something you live for as a player in Gridiron, Queensland. It's something you live for, seeing how hyped your teammates get on the sideline when something like that happens. And they get so hyped for the blocks and the big tackles and everything like that. It's so good. The energy is so awesome on the sideline.
It is very beautiful when it's like that. I love the feeling. I love it.
You gotta love it. You gotta love it.
The big hits, the massive pancakes. Tony Ramirez, another Academy 49. He's just a pancake machine.
Definitely a pancake machine.
Just another shout out for the sponsors. Sporting Globe Rabina.
Big play here.
Oh, is that
and
a touchdown?
touchdown? And
That's a
touchdown
touchdown
by the Bears. Look at that. Just as we are about to announce our sponsors, the Bears go and do that. Put 6 on the board for the Bears.
Answer back to the Spartans.
Oh my goodness, this is such a good game. Folks, this is one you don't want to take your eyes off the screen for. Stay tuned.
Just a quick sponsor announcement. Sporting Globe Rabina, Men of Business, How Can I Run Foundation, and Academy 49.
Thank you, sponsors. We love the support in Gridiron, Queensland.
Lining up for a PAT here.
Definitely. And hopefully they can convert on this one. Oh, good looking kick. And it is through.
It is through.
Oh, man, that gives the Bears an opportunity to come back and put themselves in a good place to come back and tied up this game.
The kicker would really be feeling a bit happier after that one, after missing the field goal earlier in the game.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I can tell you the holder was definitely relieved that he got the ball down that time. Good snap, good hold, and it's through for the extra point.
Score now 12-7.
Yes, score now is 12-7.
Special teams here can really change the game. The Bears, if they do a really good chase down, they could really set themselves up for another touchdown.
Definitely. And it's very important here for both sides, regardless if it's the Spartans or the Bears, for their players to keep their head held high regardless of the score and just have fun.
That is very true. All a mentality thing.
Definitely.
Very keen to see how it is in men's and like the change it is from juniors / Colts.
Oh, and a good beat. And a good reception from number 1. They're setting up the blocks for him. And he just got unlucky there.
Drops just before he's beaten by 59 and 70.
And it looks like we have some flags on the play there. Waiting on the call from the officials.
But that's what you hate to see. If you're making a good run on special teams, especially if it's going for a tutty, going to the house, and like looking back and seeing flags on the play.
Definitely. And that's where discipline comes into play. Especially if you get beat on your assignment, it's always important to play discipline and not get too excited and try to make the play and end up causing your team by getting a flag.
Yeah, because that really can change
The momentum of the game. Yeah, definitely. Good looking out.
The Bears really have got themselves in good field position here.
Definitely. It looks
Defense.
like the Spartans have to do their best to try flip the field by making some plays on offense. But they pushed back into their red zone again. And let's see what the Spartans offense can come out with. Hopefully they come out swinging. Oh, and there's another run by them.
Oh,
Running it right
pancake!
up the gut.
Oh, he's on the ground.
Oh, my goodness.
And flag's been thrown, but what a pancake.
Oh, my goodness. Look at that. Some plays being made by players on the field.
He would have been wishing he brought maple syrup for that one.
Oh, mate, there's nothing better than seeing a good pancake out on the field.
Oh,
It's so fun to see. It's bad when you're the recipient on the other side of the pancake, but it's so good when you're the one dishing it.
that got me so excited and hyped. I'm not even playing. I'm just watching.
You got to love it. When you see plays like that being made, you can't help but get your energy level up.
Hey, as a receiver, what goes through your mind when you're in backed up to your end zone?
When you're backed up in your end zone like that as a receiver, especially when it's in the red zone, if it's a run play, you want to make sure you get out there, get on your DB, and make sure you seal that block to the right side that your running back is running to. But if it's a pass play, you want to make sure your routes are precise and on time, because there's a timing thing with the quarterback. If you're a receiver, making sure you get to the line very quickly and making sure you're set and running your routes very, very crisp and on time for that quarterback to have a chance to make a play.
Because just the route running itself can really be the change of the game for a quarterback and just gain of yards.
Definitely, because sometimes you see when the timing is off, even in the NFL you see it, when the timing is off by just a split second, DBs can have an opportunity to make a play on the ball and take it to the house for 6. So it's very important for the DBs to stay patient, but also for the receivers to run their routes and be crisp and technical with it when they come out, making sure everything looks clean and it's on time for the quarterback.
Yeah, that's very, very true.
Looks like we're getting set here for another play from the Raptors on offense, and it's second down here. And welcome back to Gridiron, Queensland. We're out here in beautiful Gold Coast, out at the Stingrays field, and it's a good game right here between the Spartans and the Bears, and it's a tight one, folks. You don't want to miss it. It's very exciting plays going on. Defenses are flying around making plays. Offenses are opening up, and they're starting to matriculate the ball down the field, and you just want to you just can't help but keep your eyes glued to the screen.
Oh, and the running game, the passing game, the blocking, everything is good.
Yes, it's looking good, and here we go.
Oh, the
Spartans
defense.
line up and trips, try to run it to that trip side again, and it gets blown out by number 24 right there. And I remember his name. Can I remember his name? That is Malachi.
Malachi.
Yes.
That was a great play.
Just shot out straight into the backfield, got to the running back and made a play on it. And that's how it should be played, kids. If you're playing DN or inspired to be a DN, making sure you set that edge and get in that backfield quickly, set that edge and make a play on the running back.
That is very true. And just like the mindset, even if they give up the open, like the inside, can't cheat all the time. Got to keep that contained.
Definitely. And here we go. Spartans line up. It looks like, in full, which is a power formation.
Motion.
Oh,
Flag on the play.
Flag on the play. It looked promising there, but looks like number 90 sniffed it out and tried to blow up that play too. Boy, it's so exciting coming out on a Saturday night and seeing football being played out in Queensland.
Oh, especially being a growing sport. Like, I'm happy. Like, there's a lot of people joining.
Oh, definitely. Every day you see new people rocking up to your clubs, you know, having a go, trying it out for the first time. And that's all we want from people who potentially have the opportunity to come out here and just test out the sport of gridiron for the first time. We're not looking for you to be a superstar. We just want you to come out and experience the game for the first time and see how you like it.
Yeah, and for the rugby players, it is in off-season, so it's perfect.
Here we go. Good protection for the quarterback.
Oh, lets it
Launches
fly.
deep. Oh, and what
Oh.
a good play by number 23. I believe that's Mitchell Rigby right there. But quarterback had plenty of time, letting it fly deep. And Spartans came out in a trips formation that time. And it was just a very good play on the defensive end.
If you were number 23 there, would you have tried to pick that, or would you have just batted the ball down to give the Bears better field position?
To be honest, I don't know how it plays out in my mind as a DB, but I'm always thinking get the ball, get the ball, get the ball. Especially on the defensive side, if you get the ball as a defensive player, it gives your offense an opportunity to run the score up on the other team. So whenever you're on defense, you always think we want the ball back.
Yeah, that's very true. Trying to get the ball back to O every single time.
Oh, and look at that, the chance on the sidelines.
Looked like it was going to be a speed option there.
Definitely. And it's good to see the boys holding their spirits high on the sideline. And it's good to see that, you know, the players get amongst it and they get hype and they get their teams involved by, you know, feeding them that energy on the sideline.
Yeah, it's all about the morale, everything when it comes to the game. If you have
Absolutely.
that energy, like even if you just let your head sit down for a little bit, that could change your game.
Definitely.
Keep the chin up.
It's definitely important to keep that spirit up on the sideline, especially in our league, because of course we have supporters out here today, but you don't always have supporters out at the fields. So it's important for the players on the sideline to create that energy for their teammates to feed off of. So it is very important, as much as, you know, people on your team might not like being a cheerleader. It's important it feeds your teammates that energy to keep them going and keep their morale high and their heads held high so they can finish off the game strong.
Yeah, everyone can be a leader. Everyone, even if you just yell out, bring the intensity, like it just ups everyone on the field.
Definitely. And it makes the game so much more fun to watch, because now everyone's bought in and everyone's invested.
See what the Spartans bring out here. 3rd and long.
And it looks like they...
Another flag on the play, is that?
I wonder what the call is for the game this time, because it looked like nothing really happened there. It looks like might have just been some confusion. Referees are trying to sort it out. Looks like they're taking an official's timeout, and we'll take this opportunity to shout out our sponsors.
Sporting Global Arena, Men of Business, Now I Can Run Foundation, and Academy 49. # culture change your baby.
Oh yeah, we're looking to change the culture out here in Gridiron, Queensland, and it's good to see Academy 49 getting amongst it and helping grow the sport and helping develop all the talent in Gridiron, Queensland. We love it. We love to see it.
It is a great academy down in the Gold Coast. Not even just the Gold Coast, but the players that are like getting involved in it, just growing as players, developing into better players.
Definitely. The Spartans are coming out again on offense. It's 3rd and long.
3rd and very long.
Let's see what they can do here. Looks like they're in trips.
DBs are sitting back a little bit.
Oh, quarterback's got all day.
Oh,
and a pick by the linebacker.
Can he take it to the house?
And it looks like that's number 36, and I believe that is Lee. Oh,
What
my
a
goodness.
play.
I did not believe my eyes. A linebacker just picked up the quarterback. Oh, my goodness. Usually, Linebackers drop the ball when the ball's thrown that way. Oh my goodness. Put him on the offense, coach. That was a very good play by the Bears, giving them an opportunity to flip the field and give them another chance to put points on the board and tie this game up.
First and goal, they've got a whole drive now in the goal line.
Definitely. This is such a good game, folks. Don't take your eyes off the screen for a second.
They can take the lead here if they go in.
Definitely, they can have an opportunity to take the lead and punch it in for 2 here if they go in and get the ball into the end zone here for the Bears.
The defense really just changed the game around,
Definitely.
giving the offense a great chance at scoring a tutty.
Definitely. This is so much fun to watch. Thank you for joining us in Gridiron, Queensland. We're out here at the Stingrays Oval in beautiful Gold Coast. And here we have the Bears lined up in trips formation, trying to make something of nothing after that huge turnover. And it's a run. And
straight up the
number
guts.
20 takes it up the middle for the touchdown. And I believe that is Marty, the running back for the Bears.
Punches it in on the first play.
Oh my goodness.
What a run. The
That is
Spartans
awesome.
looked like they were sending blitz too. They were sending heat.
That is awesome.
The O-line really did pull their weight there.
You can't ask for anything more better than that. Getting that O-line to get a big push for the running back, opening up that gap for him to shoot through and take it into the house for 6.
Beautiful play there, beautiful.
Definitely. Definitely. As you were mentioning there's often times that there's need for a push on the offensive line on those run plays like that. And being an offensive line and offensive tackle yourself, how important is it to make sure you're getting downfield on those run plays?
Oh, it's a game changer, especially for big runs as well. Even just small runs, making a gradual increase. Like, if you just lax it and not put much effort into it, that's what you're going to receive. But if you put your all into it and drive that man downfield, you can gain a lot.
Definitely, and it's good to see. And it looks like Bears have come from behind and potentially taken the lead. Oh my goodness, they've gone for 2 and they got the 2. Oh, it's a very exciting game now, folks. You don't want to leave your seats. You don't want to leave the screen. Oh, the light's starting to come out here. We're getting the floodlights, folks. And it's always tough for the receivers to catch the balls, especially on the night games, because the floodlights start to beam into your eyes as the quarterback throws it your way. You lose the ball in the light, and that's when you have to really focus and concentrate. And the trick is trying to catch that light, and hopefully you come away with the ball.
Yeah, I was just going to ask, how is it feeling-wise? How different is it playing at nighttime? I haven't got the chance to yet.
Oh, definitely. Look at him darting in and
He's
out.
gone. Oh,
Taking it up the sideline, past the 50 and into the Bears territory on the 40. What a good run by number 1 on that return.
As
on
we've
that
been
kick
saying,
return.
all games, special teams really can change the game, change the momentum.
Oh, yeah, and that's a perfect example right there. A huge gain like that gives your team a better opportunity to put points on the board, knowing that they're in the other team's territory now. They don't really have to march that far down the field to get points they need. That's really good job by the special teams of the Spartans, making those blocks and giving the return specialists, the return men, an opportunity to make a play to put them in better position. That's awesome to see.
It is. Let's see how the Spartans go now.
And here we go.
Another run.
Spartans come out with a run.
Ooh.
Oh, it looks like
Is that a
pitched
lateral?
it. Yes. Looks like he lateraled
flag on
lateraled
the
the
play.
ball to number 11. Oh,
The
man.
quarterback.
Number 11's getting into a lot of the plays today. He just loves being around the ball.
Oh, he's not shying away from running it, especially being a quarterback.
Definitely number 10. Oh, man, he loves running that ball. and hopefully he secures it as well. Because
Oath.
most of the time when quarterbacks run the ball, I know as an ex-quarterback myself, oftentimes you forget about that ball security, and then when it gets stripped, you have to look at all your teammates and go, yeah, that's on me. I'm sorry, fellas.
Yeah, it does. It feels a lot different. Like, as you were saying, offense, you feel like really bad if it gets punched out, but as defense, that just hypes you up.
Oh yeah, definitely on defense, it gives you that good feeling that you want. Being able to make a play to give your team an opportunity to get the ball back, definitely good to see.
Are you hearing this chant?
Oh my goodness! Looks like they still want to fight. They still want to fight. Oh, and the quarterback scrambling
He's taking
again,
it.
scampering upfield and getting out of bounds. That's a good play by the quarterback, picking up the first down, but their flag's down. Their flag's down. And it looks like the appeal by the Spartans is a late hit on the quarterback as he ran out of bounds there.
Oh, that's what you hate to see, holding on a big play.
Definitely. And you hate to see that because your quarterback made something out of nothing and someone ended up holding and now bringing the ball back. And now you have to start from ground zero again. And it's so tough, especially in a tight game like this, because the more mistakes you make, the more energy you disband and the more you're having to battle to stay in the game, to stay in the game, to stay in the game. And it's tough to see, but just unlucky for the Spartans there.
That was very unlucky.
Now it's 2nd and long, and we'll see what they can do to try to make up for that penalty that drove him back 5 more yards.
Let's see what this quarterback can pull out of his arsenal next.
Boy, I wouldn't be shocked if he just tore up.
Ooh.
Oh my goodness!
Making up the loss of yards.
As I was about to say, I wouldn't be surprised to see a run from him. Just quarterback keeper. He goes for the bubble screen and gets number 11, and number 11 takes it up the field. Boy, they're looking to go to number 11 quite a lot today, and it's good to see that the passing game is opening up for them.
As a former quarterback, did you have like a main receiver that you would mostly look to, or did you like have to scan the field?
To be honest, as a quarterback, my coach season, I panicked a lot. I'm not going to lie, I panicked a lot coming out of a huddle, getting into the shotgun, and then getting that ball. I always panicked because I didn't know where the blitz was coming from. I wasn't reading the box well, but looks like a good run there by the quarterback. Defense tried to make a play in the backfield there.
And you called that last play as well.
Definitely.
The quarterback run.
Definitely. Looks like they love those draw plays. Boy, it's a good day out here.
Very good game, very good weather.
And it's good to see all the athletes having fun, running around, making plays. It is good to see that everyone's keeping in high spirits, loving the game, loving the game.
Oh, as we could hear just before from the Bears defense chant over from the other side of the field. I couldn't imagine if that center could even hear his quarterback.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And that comes in very handy for the defense because all the defense has to do is watch the ball.
Oh,
but
pitch.
The offense operates on the cadence.
Oh.
And it looks like he got that first down, still staying on his feet, but they blow it dead. And I know coaches hate to see that just when the running back breaks a tackle and is about to take it upfield and the refs just call it dead. And yeah, it's tough to see, but it's all for the player's own protection.
Ooh.
So what's the call here? Do you know?
I don't know. They did signal the first down, but then again,
it looked like a first down
It
from where we
did.
were sitting. It looked like he got that nose of the ball right past the line. And for those of you who don't know, Gridiron is similar to rugby as in rugby you have as many downs as it takes to advance the ball to the try line. So you have the same amount of opportunities or similar amount of opportunities here in Gridiron. So you have 4 downs to get the ball past the sticks, which are the amount of yards you need to advance to get you a new set of downs, which is kind of like when you get a knock on by the defense on a 5th to last. So it kind of resets the downs for you. Here we go, Spartans in spread formation. Quarterback looking to keep it, launching it deep.
While in pressure, that could have been a pick. That was very risky.
That was a scary throw. Threw it into triple coverage, looking like Phil was rolling over to that sideline trying to pick it off, but they had 2 corners sitting right underneath that ball.
The Bears defense was beautiful there. The pressure on the quarterback to make that throw.
Oh, definitely.
And then the coverage up top.
And that's something that's very important on defense. You can't have DBs that are shut down corners 24/7. You need pressure from the D-line to get into that quarterback's face and put some pressure on the quarterback to make the throw. And it did at that time on defense. And it's good to see that the DBs are always switched on and making the right reads and the right plays.
Oh, here we go. We have chants from both teams now.
Oh, my goodness.
The intensity on the sidelines is crazy.
Definitely. And it's so good to see because it's a rarity out here in Queensland, Gridiron Queensland, that you see so many teams, or 2 of the most passionate teams just going at it, and one sideline just screaming their hearts out for their team.
It's very true. We have a timeout again. Just a quick minute to shout out sponsors again. Sporting Globe Rabina, Men of Business, Now I Can Run Foundation, and Academy 49.
How good is it, man? Just to have the Saturday to relax and to know that you can come out anywhere in the state in Queensland, sit down and watch a free game.
It's
a free
very
game
good.
of Gridiron. Like, you don't get that every day.
Yeah.
Like, I know in some states they might have to pay, but here in Queensland you can come out and watch a game of Gridiron for free. You don't really have to pay anything. Just bring maybe $1 coin down to support the clubs that are putting on the events by grabbing a snack or a meal or a drink or something, you know, and just supporting the clubs as they look to build on just having all their sponsors and people supporting us in Gridiron Queensland.
Especially today, we had Stingray Fever down at the Oval.
Oh my goodness.
We had bouncy castles. We had everything for the kids. Raffles.
Oh, looks like a player's about to be blown up. They came out and spread, and the quarterback wisely threw that wide to the sideline. Quarterback had all day there, and it looked like Spartans came out in spread formation and were going for that deep shot, but quarterback didn't like what he saw, so he held on to it just a little bit longer and ended up throwing it out smartly at the end there.
I like the high-level IQ plays that are in men's as well. And just by quarterbacks, you have to be a smart player to play quarterback.
Definitely. You don't really have to be the smartest. You just have to prepare the best. So
that's a different way to look at it.
Gridiron is a game of preparation. If you prepare, come game day, you already know what your assignment is and you know what you have to do. So, you know, obviously talent plays a factor, but if you prepare like you're in a game during the week, during practice, it translates to the game as well.
That is very true. Gridiron is a game of schematics. And preparing all week, like doing scout offense, scout defense. Oh, ball over top.
Oh,
and it's been picked.
What a good heads up there for the defense not to cause any penalties and
that end
pick
of the half,
that off
he said?
For the end of the half. Thank you very much for tuning in with us at Gridiron Queensland here on the beautiful Gold Coast tonight for this game between the Spartans and the Raptors. And we're taking a break going to half. Stay tuned as it is a very tight game, and we'll see you soon at the start of the second half.
Let's go.
And welcome back to Gridiron Queensland out on the beautiful Gold Coast. We're getting set for the second half to kick off right here.
It's been a very good game first half.
Oh, yeah.
13-12, very close game.
Very close and exciting. Plays being made left, right, and center.
Oh,
and here we go. Oh, number 90 fumbled it or muffed it. And he's taking it up the sideline. Oh, that's the way to make something out of nothing right there.
Did you hear one of those hits?
Oh, it was a thumping hit.
It was good.
Oh, yeah. Oh, looks like... Oh, this is a change. Looks like the Bears have a new QB out there.
Ooh, new QB for the Bears. Might be able to take the game away with it now.
Oh, no. Looks like he's not lining up at QB, but he's dressed like a QB.
I'll see you guys next time whenever you guys are on next time.
No worries. Appreciate you. I just said that into the mic. As you can hear, we were just saying bye to one of our technical helps. Han. Obviously, I'm new to this, so bear with me.
Oh, first play of the second
Oh!
half.
That's the way to make a play by the receiver coming back to adjust to that ball.
That was a good play.
Definitely. DB did everything he could right there, making sure he played through the ball and ran him out of bounds, but just a good catch by the receiver. And I believe that's number 19, Tim McGraw.
What goes through your mind if you're a receiver and that happens to you, like you get driven back?
Nothing goes through my mind because the ball gets called at the place my progression stops.
Yeah.
So I just think get as many yards as possible, and if you need to sit.
Ooh.
And a flag there. And it looks like it might be an offside.
Offside or false start? Oh, we just got some new intel as well.
Yes.
About the Spartans QB.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we were being told that he may have just been sat out for this game.
Really?
So number 10 is filled in. He's been doing an amazing job.
Definitely. You would not tell he was someone that was just brought in to fill in for a quarterback position. He's balling out.
Oath he is. He's making some good runs, stiff-arming everyone.
Definitely. It's good to see. It's good to see. He's stepping up to the call. Here we go.
See what the Bears have for this.
Second and 2.
The
Here we
corners
go.
are hanging off a little bit.
Oh, they go
The
with a
run.
run. And they push the pile. And that. Oh, no. It gets called back to the line of scrimmage. They're calling.
I really thought that was the first down from here.
Definitely. It looked like they pushed the pile a little bit there. But it looks like they called it back to that second down mark. As you can see on the screen, we have the chains, which are the little circle things with the target look. And then you have the down marker, which showing you what down the offense has left right behind the referee over there, or right behind the umpire.
Yeah, for all the rugby players that are watching, oh, hold up.
Here we go.
The chance again.
Bears are lined up in spread formation.
Oh,
Oh!
it's been stuffed.
And who was that? In the face and saying, "No, sir, you're not running this time." And it's fourth down, and the Bears are looking to punt it.
Oh, the defense must be feeling good there, pushing the offense back.
Oh, definitely. And what a massive stand, too, by the Spartans.
First drive, forcing them to punt. Similar outcome to the first half. First drive of the first half. There was a lot of defense being played.
Definitely. And coming back to your point on watching film there, we'll speak about that once the punt gets off. And it's a good punt again by Phil.
It's
And it's
bouncing
rolling
down,
into the 10. Wow. 2 very good punts by Phil this game. That's good to see. Special teams is stepping up their game.
That punt in the first half looked like it was bouncing out, but went into the 10.
Definitely.
That was very good.
And definitely, coming back to your point on watching film is very important, not only for the coaches to prepare a game plan, but is very important for a player as well, because it makes the coach's job a lot easier, because you can see what they're seeing and preparing the way they're preparing, and you start to pick up patterns on either offense or defense that you're going up against, and it makes it a lot easier for you to dominate the game.
Yeah, as we were saying in the first half, Gridiron is a game of schematics. So
Oh, looks like a quarterback keeper. Oh, and it gets blown up. And it's second down.
small gain.
Looks like second down and 11. So for those who don't know, those down markers are approximately 10 yards apart. So in order to get a first down, you have to make it 10 yards past the first down mark, or not past the first down mark. You have to make it 10 yards to the first down mark to start a new down.
This has been a very, very good game.
It has been very tight game. Bears are barely holding on. No pun intended there, folks. But they're barely holding on. And it looks like a run-pass option. Oh, and the blocks are stacking up for him.
Oh, big hit, though.
Oh, what a
I
good
heard
job
that
by
from
the
here.
defense coming. Watch, especially for those who don't like watching Gridiron, they don't really like the stop-start. But you have to stop-start when you're getting hit so many times over and over again with that and in that amount of frequency, with that amount of intensity.
Yeah,
So it definitely
going
makes the
100%
game a
every
lot more
play.
exciting. Yeah, definitely. Go 100% every play, like you said. Oh, looks like a toss. Oh, he stays up.
How?
But they call forward. They call the dead forward momentum.
Oh, scrap!
Oh,
Helmet is off. There's a fight on the field.
this is what you don't want to see from this sport.
This
But
is
it does
not
happen
how,
time to time.
Yeah.
Players get upset and they lose their temper, and then fights break out.
Especially in high intensity games like this one.
Definitely, especially in tight games like this. Heads fly, helmets flying, and flags are flying on the field too. People losing the cool.
It's not good to see for the growing of the sport, but it is what it is.
Definitely.
It's a part of it.
Football is a very, very physical sport, and you just have to make sure you stay within your lane and you play your game. Don't let the other team get in your head, because that's what their main goal is, especially on defense. They want to get in your head and get you to play outside of what you're used to playing.
That
So
is
now
very true.
it's most likely we're going to have some ejections on one of the teams, and hopefully not too many ejections.
Yeah, because they're out for next week as well, being suspended for the rest of this game and next game.
Definitely. For those who are watching who play rugby, an ejection is basically a sin bin, but for the rest of the game you can't go back in, and it means you can't play the next game as well. So being ejected from a game definitely affects the athlete in terms of what you can and can't do for your team, especially when your team needs you to be there. You can't be there anymore because you're ejected, and you can't not only play that game but the next game as well, and it makes it tough.
Yeah, like you were saying in first half, it all just comes down to discipline. If they were disciplined enough, like, they wouldn't have thrown back, and it would only just been a flag on them. But now, don't know what will happen.
Definitely. And I've had my fair share, man. I've taken some cheap shots throughout my career, just because, you know, their game plan is to get you out of the game.
Yeah.
So knowing that that's their plan, you have to play your game, and you have to keep your cool, and you have to do everything you can to enable your team to keep you on the field, because they need you on the field. But here we're waiting on the officials' call on what will happen to those players that are involved in that little scrap up that we saw in the corner there. But it's not good for the sport. It's not good to see, but it happens from time to time. Although it happens, the boys, everything happens on the field, and hopefully this won't lead off the field either.
Yeah, no one meeting in the car park. But for the rugby league players, I know they like a little bit of beef, but that's not what this sport is.
Definitely. Like, beef is for going out to a steakhouse, right? That's what I say. Beef is for going out to the steakhouse. You want beef? Go to a steakhouse. Go get you a free meal.
Hey, how do you like your steak?
Oh, I like it. Well done.
Well done.
I don't know, man. Medium rare I don't know.
Oh, fair enough.
It just doesn't do it for me. And rare is like, bruh, I'm eating raw meat. Pause.
That's still mooing.
Pause. No homo. Pause.
No. I like my steak medium rare. That goes hard.
Well, at least it's somewhat cooked.
Yeah. Oh. They are taking a little bit of time finding all the numbers that have been involved.
Yeah, definitely. Referee and umpires just taking a little bit of time here, talking with both coaches, both teams, trying to resolve the situation so the game can get back on the way. But at the moment, both teams have calmed down. By the looks of it, both sidelines have been tamed, and no one ran off from the sidelines to get involved, which was good. And it was all the players that were all on the field just breaking it up and making sure everyone's still healthy and safe to continue the game.
It seems like it all came down from a face mask from the defense. First down.
Looked like it was an unsportsmanlike conduct on both sides of the ball. On both teams there. Pardon me. It was an unsportsmanlike conduct, but both those penalties offset because it's been talked over with both coaches, and both coaches have denied or declined accepting any penalty because there's no point in accepting it because your team is going to have to answer for their penalty.
Oh,
so
punts up. Do they call poison?
Oh,
pancake!
Oh. What a hit.
Oh.
Was that a legal hit? Can we get a replay on that, please, sir?
He wasn't up there. The camera didn't get it.
Oh, my goodness.
Camera didn't
Looks
get
like
it, but
we
that
might
was
not
a
be able to get that
hit.
But if you were watching live with us, we're not able to get replay on that. But, man, that was a vicious hit on the side. Oh, special teams is always fun getting in and making a good play like that.
It is, especially like if you're a second stringer and you're put in, that could be your chance of getting more reps.
Oh, definitely, and getting noticed.
You put in is what you get out of it.
Definitely.
Ooh,
Looks like the Bears are coming out in spread formation here. Let's see what they do. Looks like they're set.
Spartans D-line. Oh.
Looks like a free play again. Oh, Spartans jumped offside, giving the Bears a free play. And there's number 80, Sudi, keeping his feet and potentially getting a first down. What a play.
Great play. I was just about to say how spring-loaded the Spartans D-line looked.
Definitely. They looked like they were ready to pin their ears back and get after the quarterback.
But he got a little bit too keen and jumped over.
Definitely. It's always important on both sides of the game. Both offense and defense, it's important to watch that ball because that ball is your indicator. The voice, the eyes, the body, everything else can lie in this game, but what your key is, and that's the ball. Especially if you're playing defense, watching that ball is key. Except for if you're playing DB, because watching the hips is key.
I've been a D lineman watching that ball. I've been at training. I've had to do that many push-ups, having a learning from last year, just jumping offside.
Definitely. Looks like the Bears come out and spread again, and hopefully they make something happen here. But looks like Spartans are holding stout and not wanting anyone to get anything. And they hold them.
Getting pushed back.
Wow.
Actually been pretty good this game.
Oh, they only lost a yard on that, pardon me.
Only 1 yard.
But yeah, like you've been saying, man, both defense have stepped up and have showed out. Now it's time for both offense to show up and show out.
Hey, this not only good, but the next game will be a show against the Ravens and the Stingrays.
Definitely.
The Ravens are a very tough team, and I'm so keen to watch.
Bears are lined up in spread again. Going for the pass. And a quick dump off
what a hit!
to number 80.
He got
Takes
straight
the
back
hit.
up.
Takes the hit but makes the grab. Wow. Like you said, what a hit.
That
Hit him
was
so
good.
hard.
They're moving the chains. Or, never mind, they've stopped.
Looks like it's a first down.
Yeah. The strength that man has, got hit that hard and got straight back up.
He popped up like a jack-in-the-box, mate.
And you hear that chant again from Spartans? They had the supporters into it as well.
Oh, my goodness. That's what you love to see. Both sidelines cheering for each team. The spirit, the camaraderie. This is what you look for in a football game. No, neither team wanting to lay down and give up easily. Both teams putting it all out on the field.
That is very true.
Bears are lined up in spread again. It looks like
Oh,
they're passing.
Flag on the play straight
Flag on
away.
the play. I'm gonna say that's an offside on the offense because number 12 there looked like he was too far in front of the ball.
As a receiver, what do you do when you look to line up?
When I look to line up,
Yeah,
Well,
to make sure you're not offside.
firstly it depends on what system I'm playing in. Whether I'm going to get a signal from the sideline or whether I'm gonna get a call from a coach. So some coaches like getting calls from the sideline. That means you have to huddle and then you have to break your huddle and get to the line of scrimmage very quickly. But sometimes some coaches just like signaling what the play call is, and that means then for the receivers you just have to line up and see what the call is and line up and go. But what I'm looking for as a receiver, as Bears come out in trips here, and it looks like they might try to do something here to pick up the first down and keep the chains moving.
Everyone looks ready.
And it's a run by the
Oh.
Bears, and there's a big run too. Oh my
Oh, that
goodness,
was
that's a
good.
good run. Looks like they might be close to the first down there. Oh, it is a first down.
They're moving the chains.
Definitely. This is such a good game to watch. Both teams running hard. Both teams defense making stops here and there. Oh my goodness, what a good game we have on our hands, folks.
There's been quite a few interceptions and there's been quite a few tackle for losses, but even so, the running game for both teams has been immaculate.
Definitely. It's good to see. But yeah, like you were asking me, as a receiver, apart from all the other things I've mentioned, once I get to the line, I look to my DB. Is he playing me inside shade, outside shade? That just means, is he taking away the inside half of my field or the outside half of my field? So that's what I look at, and then that determines how I come off the ball and how I release and how I run my route.
And with certain routes, that'd be a bit hard if you're trying to do a slant there inside shade.
Definitely. So you have to definitely be on your craft there and learn how to beat both inside shade and outside shade as a receiver. But definitely working through with your coaches on releases is definitely key, especially if you know the corner likes to play press on you. And press just means he's right in your face. He's in your grill. He doesn't want to give you any space. So, yeah, definitely.
Muscly cornerbacks.
Definitely. Those big cornerbacks, they love bullying the smaller receivers. But looks like we got a flag on the play there.
It's been quite a few penalties this quarter.
Definitely.
Picked up from last quarter, which is not what you like to see.
Definitely. And it looks like it was in favor of the Bears. And it seems to be working really well for the Bears right now.
They are marching down the field.
Definitely marching down the field. Hopefully they make something of it. And hopefully we get to see some good plays by the Spartans defense here. Because all we want is a good game from both sides.
That is very true. Oh, the wind's picked up a little
Oh,
bit.
look at that. Oh, my goodness. Hits him in stride. And that receiver makes a good grab. Oh, my goodness. Did you see the
What a
pocket
play.
created that time by the O-line?
The O-line giving the quarterback the amount of time he needed.
To be honest, he had all day back there. He could have made himself breakfast, got back up after eating breakfast, and thrown a touchdown. That's how good that line was. And it's good to see when O-linemen do their job like that on both sides of the ball, especially on defense. If D-linemen do their job, you see them screaming into the backfield, making plays. And likewise, it's just as good to see on the O-line when they make a good brick wall like that for the quarterback to have so much time to throw the ball.
That is very true, and it's not only a one-person thing. Like, everyone has to be in sync, otherwise it doesn't work.
Definitely. Bears come out in trips. Oh, looks like they try to get
Oh.
Spartans with a hard count that time.
Oh.
And cutting back is number 20, and that is Big Marty running, stumbling, bumbling down the field, and that is second down.
Again, Spartans sending heat, and they still manage to make a gain of yardage.
Definitely, and that comes in very, very, very much into play, especially when it comes to the running back, because it's up to the running back then. You know, when they bring heat like that, you have to make the first man miss and then get up to the second level really quickly. And that's credit to Marty's footwork on that, getting upfield after getting skinny.
Yeah, footwork is key, as well as like hip movement. A lot of rugby players don't even train hips, but in this sport, if you do
Looks
train
like
hips,
they're running again. Oh my goodness. Stiff arms, lowers his shoulder, and that's a first down.
Oh, that's first and goal now.
Oh my goodness. Can you believe how well these offenses are moving now? It was very slow the first half, but man, the second half they've picked it up. They're bringing the heat on the offense and the defense.
And they forced a timeout now.
Oh my goodness.
Marching down the field. When
How
they start,
exciting.
about halfway, they started.
Definitely. This game is so exciting. Hope you don't leave us, folks. Stay tuned because you don't want to leave. The score is 12-13.
Oh,
Bears are
close
leading
game.
only by one. One score. Spartans are still in this game. They can still reel the Bears in, but let's see if they can do it.
Just a quick word from our sponsors as well. Sporting Globe Rabina, Men of Business, Now I Can Run Foundation, and Academy 49.
Thank you, sponsors. We love having your support.
Can't really do it without the sponsors.
Definitely. Oh my goodness. I wish the Queensland government got behind Gridiron
That is very true.
as much as, obviously they are behind Gridiron Queensland,
yeah.
or else we wouldn't have this league. But I wish they did a lot more for our league to grow as much as they would for rugby or any of the other sports that I loved in Australia.
Like, we wouldn't have even been able to live stream if it wasn't for these sponsors.
Definitely. And shout out to Live Streaming Brisbane. Live Streaming Brisbane is always out supporting us, the Gridiron crew. And they come out, they film all our games and give us an opportunity to have film to watch. And definitely a blessing to the league.
That is very true, because even if you can't make the game, you can still watch it.
From
because
home.
I know, there's family members down in New South Wales that can't make it. They still watch games.
Definitely.
Like, so good, and getting supporters from everywhere.
Definitely. Bears came out and spread and tried to run it, but the Spartans turned him up, and that was the veteran Lewis. Lewis came up the middle, stuffed that run, and wrapped up. Good form tackle, and he got the running back to the ground.
That's what I'm very keen for, to play men's. I'm very keen to go up against O-linemen and more experienced players.
Definitely.
Like, currently, the most experienced players I've only gone up against was Jalen, who only just recently went over to America.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And there you have it, folks. As you just heard, there's opportunities for players to not only play at a high level here in Gridiron, Queensland, but to take their talents overseas, to the States. And I believe there are other leagues out there in the world that our players can make opportunities for themselves to be a part of, like the German Football League and also the European Football League. So definitely, there's also the Spanish Football League and the Mexican Football League, and also you have the Brazilian Football League. So it's awesome to see that there are pathways here in Gridiron, Queensland for our players to go up to the next level and play internationally.
Yeah, very true. And I'm touching on Academy 49 once again. LT, Lance, the person who runs it, he's been overseas, played at multiple different levels of the game, and now even two of our very own from Stingrays and Academy 49 are both at West Toronto Prep.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, they played their first game in America
Wow.
last week.
That's awesome to hear. That's awesome to hear. Always good to see Queensland talent moving up to the next level and up the ranks. Here we go. Looks like we're in fourth quarter. And here we go. Bears are lined up in trips.
Second and goal.
And
Let's
he goes out
apply.
to fade.
Toe tap.
Oh my
Toe tap.
goodness. And he reels it in. Number 17,
What a tutty.
Tim. Oh my goodness. That boy reeled it in. And did you see how much separation he had on the top of his route?
That was beautiful.
Oh my goodness. That's how to run a corner. I think he was on the outside, wasn't he? Or was he in the slot?
I think he was outside. But as a wide receiver yourself, then you can actually appreciate that play a lot more.
Oh, definitely. Especially when the O-line do their job and give the quarterback time to make a play like that. Oh, my goodness. And here we go, folks. We now have a game on our hands. Now it's up to the Spartans to rally together and make a comeback. Look at
Well,
this.
it's good.
And we're up.
Coming down from 12 to being up now.
Oh, my goodness. They were down by a score in the first half. And now the Bears have reeled the Spartans in, and they're now up 20-12. But don't think the game is over, folks.
It's not
Don't
yet.
you dare think the game is over. Because both of these teams, I can attest, they both have a fighting spirit like no other. And they're not going to stop fighting until that last whistle blows.
Oh, there's still time on the clock left. There's still a lot that can happen.
There's still game to go. There's still a game to go.
They're only 1 2-point converted touchdown behind.
And definitely now the Spartans need to rally, pull out all the stops, special teams, defense, offense. Just do your job and just come out here, have fun. And hopefully it swings in their favor.
That's very true. And like we're raining on for the first half, the Spartans really can answer back here for special teams. If they get a good return here, they can set themselves up for another touchdown
Definitely.
and answer back to the Bears.
And a good looking boot from Phil that takes a bounce there. And number 17,
Oh my God!
lowering the shoulder and
What a
bringing the
drop!
boom on number 6, Jack.
Oh, unsportsmanlike conduct though.
Unsportsmanlike conduct. I believe
Throwing
that's
the
what the
ball.
flag was.
Throwing the ball at the defender's head.
But what a play. Just have
What
to
a
stay
truck.
disciplined. Boy, did he lower the boom. Oh my goodness, folks.
That's what you like to see. That's what we all come to see.
Exactly. And especially on the offense, take notes. Especially the wide receivers and the running backs. Take notes. Because you got to lower the boom every time you have that one-on-one chance. Make them fear you.
That would have been a good return too if he didn't, like,
If he had a little bit more blocks,
Yeah.
definitely he could have broke one to the house. But number 17 there, showing that he's not scared, lowering his shoulder, and bringing the boom.
that was a very good play. But now they're sent back because of the unsportsmanlike conduct. He just needed to keep that discipline.
Oh, man, let's see what they do here. Definitely the big play they were looking for, just very unfortunate that he got undisciplined there towards the end and got a penalty.
That is very true. Oh, another
there's
flag.
a flag.
Most likely for the offensive.
Oh, look at that boy, number 10, still fighting and still moving his feet. But it will get called back because there is a flag.
He's been playing very good for a
Oh,
backup
no.
QB.
We look like number 66 might be calling for a sub. I believe he might just have a cramp. That's what I was going to say the first half too. Regardless of how cold it is out here and how cool the weather is, you can never have too much water in your system.
That is very true.
Because, man, with all this gridiron equipment on you, regardless how cool you think you are, man, you're still going to get dehydrated, sweating all that hydration out of your body, and it's get soaked up by your pads, your lower pads and your shoulder pads and your helmet. You have to make sure you keep your fluids up.
That's very true. It is a lot heavier, a bit different from rugby, wearing nothing. It's a bit heavier, harder to run in. And it gets a bit hot in there.
Definitely. And you do have a couple of restrictions, especially if you're playing on the defensive or the offensive side, trying to move your hands upwards in those shoulder pads. But thank goodness we don't have big, bulky shoulder pads in our day and age in football. Because I remember back in the days, for the older generation, they had big, bulky shoulder pads, which would have made it even harder for them to get their hands up for interceptions and catches of passes.
And I could imagine it would be harder for the quarterback.
Definitely. And that time the throw was just, the ball was just thrown too low, and looks like they came out in trips formation, and the quarterback just threw the ball too low. I don't know if he had any pressure on him that time, but looks like he just threw it a little too low for the receiver.
About second and medium here. About
Definitely. Second and 5.
yards.
Or might be second and 6 by the looks of it. But boy, do we have a game on our hands, folks. Don't leave your screens, because it is Saturday night football out here on the Gold Coast at the Stingrays Oval.
I'm on the edge of my seat. This is a good game.
I was loving it. Oh, here we
he's
go with a
taking it.
triple option, and the quarterback keeps it. Oh, he has the option to pitch, but he still runs his feet.
Beats one, but just can't get the other.
Oh, my goodness. What would you have done there? Do you reckon you would have pitched it to give the running back a chance to take it upfield, or would you keep it yourself?
What, at the very start?
Oh, definitely.
Oh, I don't know, because that was a very good gap the offensive line has created. He just
Definitely.
He still made a gain of about 4, so it wasn't too bad of a play.
Definitely. A good play that time by the Bears defense, making sure they flow to the ball and making sure they tackle together as a group, because triple options are pretty hard to stop, especially when they get rolling and they get clicking. It's hard to stop because the quarterback has an option to pitch it to the running back, pass it, or tuck it and run himself.
Oh, there's the speed option there.
There's the speed option there, and he tosses it to the running back, and he
Makes
breaks
it
the
upfield.
tackle for the first down.
This is some good football.
This is good football, people. You would not have it any other way than to have both of these teams laying it all out on the field tonight like they are. Oh, boy. This is so exciting. I'm on the edge of my seat. Can't wait to see how this one ends.
Me too. This is a close game. Spartans can really tie it up here if they keep the chains moving and keep marching downfield.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Looks like the Spartans might be dialing something up here. They come out in trips formation. Looks like they might have a tight end on the backside there. And they go with a triple option.
Oh.
The quarterback keeps it again. And he's
Another
running his
slip-off.
feet. Oh, my goodness. One thing I'm impressed with number 10, when he gets that contact, he keeps his feet churning just to gain a little bit more yardage.
He doesn't stop the legs.
Definitely. That is hard to do as a quarterback. And I know in this league sometimes you see our quarterbacks run and sometimes they forget to keep their feet driving. But, man, number 10 does a good job of driving his feet.
That is very true, especially being second stringer as well. He doesn't shy away from contact.
Definitely. And he's showing that he's a baller.
Certified athlete right here.
Definitely. And number 10's name on the Spartan is Mitch. That's your quarterback on the Spartans. Mitch, number 10. And he pitches it to 22.
Oh.
And he breaks the tackle for another first down. Rumbling, stumbling down into Bears territory. Now we have a game on our hands, folks. Spartans are cooking with griefs on offense.
33 yards away from the end zone. Shout out 16 that just did the gritty on the sideline. He was very excited that we just shouted him out.
Shout out to both teams, actually.
That is very true.
Because without them, we wouldn't have this exciting game to
That is
commentate today for you guys. And you guys wouldn't have an exciting game to watch at home as live streaming Brisbane brings you the stream of Gridiron Queensland out on the Gold Coast.
Both teams digging deep. Another
and
run.
Lions run again out of trips formation. Oh, my goodness. What a run. They're putting on a clinic here, the offensive line of the Spartans, of how to pound the ball up the field.
They truly are. And the pancake in the first half, that was Deadly.
Deadly. Boy, you got to be excited because both teams don't look like they're letting off the gas anytime soon.
That is very true. Both teams are digging deep.
Because by this time, man, both teams, all the players get tired, especially in this cooler weather, especially when you're standing on the sideline, your muscles start to cool down. And it's good to see that they're still keeping their spirits high and they're moving around, staying warm and giving themselves an opportunity to make a play.
That is very true. Everyone's digging deep right now. Everyone's bringing the intensity.
Spartans look to pass. Oh, into the flat. Oh, number 23 grabs the ball and he's up the field. And I believe that is first down.
I was about to call that a hospital pass, but he's juked that man.
Oh, my goodness. Did you see the footwork on that?
He broke away.
Golly, get that man some ice skates.
Moves the chains again for a first down.
I love it when I see a DB not break down to make the tackle because all you have to do is like AJ Green, AJ TV, just hit him with that hem and up the field.
Yeah.
Hit him with that hem, leave the ankle in the dust. You gone. And that's what number 23 did that time, grabbing that ball from the bubble screen and then just whoo.
Can we get another hem?
Hem.
That's it.
Oh, and what a pass! Number 10 lays up in there, and number 22 makes a good block. Number 10 puts the ball on the money for 11 to make the grab, and they're moving the chains. Now in the red zone of the Bears, looking to make something happen.
This is good football. Moving the chains, taking time to do it as well, taking time off the clock.
Oh, definitely. You would not have it any other way than a shootout like this.
And this couldn't have been brought to you without having our sponsors. Sporting Globe Rabina, Men of Business, Now I Can Run Foundation, and Academy 49.
Thank you, sponsors. Spawns come out and they pass out of the trips formation again and looks to get to the end zone. And a touchdown for the Spartans.
The sunlight's
Give that
going
man
crazy.
23, 6.
The footwork again on him.
Oh my goodness. And the way he took the contact going into that end zone, reaching for the pylon. What a touchdown by the Spartans. Here we go.
What a play. Do you think they're going for two here, even up the game?
In a football situation and in a game situation like this, if the coaches are confident in punching the ball in, why not? Why
That's
not?
true. And the run game has been on point this drive.
Definitely. If I'm the Spartans right here, you're on the goal line, you have the choice to go for two. I'm either throwing the ball up to number 11 or I'm giving the ball to number 22. Number 11, who is Robbie, and number 22, which is...
but I wouldn't even shy away
Ghost.
from looking at number 10 scrambling to the end zone.
And they go out of a I formation, hand the ball off, and try to pound it in.
Is he in? No, he came up short.
Oh, no. Looks like they came up short.
Bears hold him off.
Wow, what a stand by the Bears defense. But boy, do we have a game on our hands. Spartans want to come back, and they're making the moves, the right moves to come back, making a play each opportunity they get. Let's go.
Score
This
check.
is what football should be on a Saturday night.
That is very true. Can we get a score check? 20 to 18. Ooh, this is a close game.
Boy,
And again, they're coming down to special teams. If they
you
get,
cannot leave your seat for this one.
that is very true. Do not leave your screens.
We have so many people at the field right now. Both teams, their sidelines, the supporters on the side of the field, and we also have all the other teams preparing, watching this fantastic game right now.
Even though it's late, we have quite a lot of supporters out here.
Definitely, and it's so good to see.
Not even mentioning the people watching from home.
Oh yes, we love it when you guys join us for the live stream to watch from home.
Oh, look at that.
What
flow.
a boot!
Giving a lot of hang time there.
Definitely a good hang time, giving them an opportunity to make a play and flip the field on the Bears.
That was
way
good.
to make a play and give their defense an opportunity to make a stop, giving them a good field position.
Special teams really changing the momentum.
Definitely, like we mentioned in the first half, special team is very important because it can swing the momentum and also give your team a better opportunity to make plays happen.
It can be the game changer.
Definitely. From now on, I don't know, they should change the name from special teams to game changers. Seriously, because the amount of times I've seen special teams make a play and change the whole atmosphere around the game is crazy.
Hey,
From
like,
game to game, from team to team,
yeah.
every team has an athlete that makes that happen.
Oh, the chance. Oh, the run stuff.
And the
Sending
Bears
us
try to
back.
run it, and they get held up by the Spartans.
This is a very good game.
Boy, I would not ask for anything better than this, than a well-fought game. Don't you just dislike it when you have two teams and one team is dominating and then the other team just hang their head in defeat because they don't want to fight anymore? It just makes the game dull and boring. But here we have two teams not wanting to give up, still fighting every down, every snap, every play. Let's go. This is what football is on the Saturday Night Lights.
Well, let's see what Bears have here.
Here we go. Quarterback rolls out, tries to throw it, overthrows the receiver.
Did you see the amount of pressure that quarterback had to take?
Definitely, but I think that was number 21. Or am I wrong there? Looks like number 83. My bad. Definitely making sure that number 80 did not receive that ball, making sure he made the play, breaking down and coming up to make the tackle. Boy, you gotta love it how cool it is today.
It is.
Especially for us as a commentators.
Yeah.
We're out in the open today, and if you don't know, man, it is breezy up in this.
It is. It's getting a little bit cooler now.
Oh, look at the chant! Can you hear that? The
I
war
can.
cry on the sideline and from the fans and the supporters. Look at this.
Just dropped it.
You can't ask for much more than that. Willing the team back in to make that stop.
Like, just talking about the chance, even from our game this morning, the juniors, who reversed the Bears chant from the sideline. It was making it hard for the center to hear our quarterback.
Oh, definitely. You have to take that into account. When both teams have people on the sideline that chant like that, it makes it definitely harder for the offensive line and the offensive linemen to communicate with the quarterback, therefore making it hard for the offense to execute what they need to execute. So chanting on the sideline is definitely effective, and it plays very much into the game. Oh my goodness, did you see that?
Oh, pick.
He dropped it, and the ball bounced up, and he kicked it as it was in the air. But now, as we were saying, the Spartans have given themselves an opportunity to flip the field and get a score up on the Bears.
All coming down to special teams once again. That chase, putting them down in their own end zone.
Oh, yeah. Welcome to Gridiron, Queensland, where we love two teams that duke it out every snap, like the Spartans and the Bears. Welcome to football on the beautiful Gold Coast at the Stingrays Oval tonight.
Oh, the hype and the intensity of both teams.
Oh,
It's
you have
amazing.
to imagine both teams, every single player on both teams right now has to be running high on adrenaline because every play it's got the potential, man. Every
That is
play
very
has the
true.
potential to be a big play to set the other team back. So the adrenaline level right now, you have to imagine, is very high.
And I've seen it before, and I want to see if the Bears can do it now, holding off from their own end zone.
Definitely.
Have to dig deep as a defensive player.
Oh, yeah. This is what you don't like to see as a defensive player, but hey, you have to do what you have to do. And now it's all about that defense saying, no, we're the strong ones out of this game. We're going to stand you up right here, and you're not going to get a touchdown. But
They
the
have to
Spartans
dig deep
look
here.
like they're not going to lay down for nobody. It looks like they want to punch this ball in and get a touchdown. And it looks like they did.
Yeah, it's a
Touchdown, Spartans. Give them 6. And I believe that was number 22, Garth.
They're up by 4 now. Let's see if they go for the extra point.
Pardon me if I butcher his name. I'm not good with names.
That's all goods. That's all goods.
Boy, I have to say, it is awesome to be a part of Gridiron Queensland. Not only is it awesome to get out and play every Saturday and be a part of a good community like this, but it's also awesome that at the state level, you get to, speak with people on the opposite team, which would then be your enemies. Now they're your friends. Now you have to come together to beat all the other states. And it's so cool to see, because then friendships are formed, camaraderie is formed, and the league grows even better. And it looked like they went for 2.
The blocking.
Oh my goodness. And the Spartans have reeled the Bears back in. And now they're on top. Score check, please. 26-20.
He went in unscathed and untouched there. The
Definitely.
blocking was immaculate.
Giving you, I believe the MJD there, as he pulled up past the touchdown line. He just had that little swagger about him as he bumped into the end zone.
Now let's see if the Bears can answer back. They're only 6 points down.
Definitely going to be exciting to see what both teams do, as it is fourth quarter and we're going towards the end of the game. Now it's crunch time. It's time to see what both teams are made of.
They're looking for a big return here, not like last time.
Oh, can you hear that on the sideline? Can you hear that on the sideline?
The Spartans are hype.
They are hype. They are ready to take away the win from the Bears. But I don't think the Bears are ready to let them have it. They look like they're ready to fight all the way to the end. Oh, looks like the Spartans are looking for a big play here on special teams. Like we said before, special teams change games.
They are the game
Here
changers.
we go. Fielded cleanly. And Phil trying to get upfield on the sideline. And pushed out of bounds. A late hit by number 16. But it was not called there by the referees.
Surprised that man stood up.
Definitely. He took that hit like a champ.
They have better field position than they did last drive. Let's see if they can do anything with it.
I'll tell you what. Playing special teams is not as easy as most people think. It's fun. But Phil's job right there, number 15, Phil from the Bears, is a tough job, because you have to judge whether you can field the ball and where to down the ball if you are going to slide or step out of bounds or anything. And I remember my coach season, I was one of the scrapers for the kick return, and the ball was kicked short to me, and I picked it up and I ran down the sideline, and I was so excited that I was outbeating everyone that I forgot to watch out, and the kicker came out and cleaned me out, took me to the sideline. But would you look at this? Spartans making a play.
Did you see that big old lineman walking down the field though?
Oh, definitely. That's a scary sight. You see those big boys walking and marching down the field to make a block. Boy, what would you do?
Oh, I would hate to be a linebacker not being able to see him.
Lights
out.
I know I'm on the smaller side of the size spectrum, but man, when I get into a football game, there's nothing but just me and you. It doesn't matter how big you are, how small I am. I'm still going to try to come out there and make a block, give my team the best opportunity. And that's what all the smaller players have to do in the sport.
That's all about
Gridiron.
the mindset and the
Oh
heart.
my goodness, launching it deep and overthrows them. Boy, that was a huge opportunity to drop the ball right into the bucket to number 80. And number 14, William Glass, just threw it out of the reach of number 80, Suni.
That would have been a very good play if he could reel that in.
Oh
if
my
the ball
goodness.
was placed perfectly, that would have been good.
That ball had the potential to make that play a house call.
They could have taken that for 6.
Definitely could have taken it for 6. But now they're backed up a yard behind the start of the markers.
3rd and 11.
and it's third down. They come out in trips, the Bears. And they run
decide to run it.
And they run it. And no!
They've been stopped.
Get stood up by the Spartans. And at this point in time,
Flag been
and the
thrown.
flag is thrown.
That's not what you like
If
to
that
see.
is on the defense, that might be an automatic first down. If it's not an automatic first down, it has to at least be a 5-yard penalty on that. But I believe it's either, yes, it's on the defense, unsportsmanlike conduct. I believe that's a
Automatic
5
first
yard.
down. I think. Is that 15 yards or 5 yards?
It is a 5-yard penalty by the look of it. Let's see where
Never
umpire.
mind.
That is a first down for the Bears.
Automatic first down.
And I believe that referee or that umpire is Mr. Nigel Law, if I'm not wrong.
Mr. Law.
Yes, sir. I remember being a Colt, and he was playing up in the men's, and I remember just saying hi to him for the first time. And I was this skinny little kid walking up to a big man, and he's like, "How you doing?" And that friendly smile just put me at ease because, man, does he look intimidating, even as a referee.
Or just like Law of One Piece.
Well, that time the Bears just couldn't do anything special with it. Try to go to number 17 with the ball, but the ball was just thrown too far to the sideline, and they came out of trips in that. No, they didn't come out of trips, pardon me. They came out of spread formation in that. Let's see what the Bears can do here. They've gotten a lifeline, and now they have the opportunity to keep matriculating the ball down the field. But are they going to make the best of their opportunities? Here we go. They come out of spread again, and they've got a single high look by the safety. Here we go.
Pass
Let
play.
the ball fly. Oh, no, but the receiver went too deep and was not able to adjust for the ball.
The Spartans' heat and pressure is being good this drive.
Definitely. Their D-line has stepped it up a whole bunch, and it looks like, man, it's tough for the receivers out there, but they have to make the best of their opportunities, giving their quarterback a good opportunity to put the ball on them, even just fighting for the ball if it's not in their vicinity. They're still going to make every single snap count.
That is very true. Every single snap counts. 3rd and long here.
It's 3rd and 1. And right here, Spans are looking to blitz. No, it's a fake blitz. They didn't bring the linebackers. And the Bears run the ball out to the line of scrimmage that time.
That is a little bit unorthodox running on 3rd and long.
Definitely. But I believe number 20, Marty there, the running backs for the
He
Bears.
is capable for a long play, big play.
Definitely, I think is capable for a big play, but I believe he has a rugby background. So that explains the unorthodox style of running that you were speaking about there. He does run the ball very hard, but he still has that rugby stance. Whenever he's running, he doesn't get as low at the line of scrimmage, and he just powers through like a rugby player. But hey, it works for him. If that's his style of running, let the man eat. But
That's true.
If it benefits him to change up his style of play, then he's the one to make that call.
He has been very good this game.
Definitely has been good. Workhorse for the Bears right now.
Oh, the pressure again.
Good pressure and almost picked off. And that is 4th down.
That was high IQ to drop that.
I don't believe
Yeah,
he meant to
we
drop
don't know
that,
if he
but
was-
man, what a play to go 3 and out on the Bears. Offense went 3 and out, hold them to a 3 and out, and now the Spartans are in a position to widen their lead, just put a little bit more of a gap between themselves and the Bears here.
The clock is running out now. They're looking to close the game out.
Well, unfortunately, we're not able to get a time check right here as the refs are busy officiating this exciting game for you. But hopefully, both teams
run.
can continue playing for a little bit longer and bring you more excitement.
Cut short again. That was a good play by the defense.
Definitely good to see. This is very exciting stuff. But I think Bears are facing crunch time here because they're running out of time and they need to make something happen out of nothing.
It is. Spartans look a little bit slower now, looking like they're trying to run the clock down.
Definitely. And that is just situational football right there. You're up with a lead. What you want to do is try to grind that clock out. And I believe that's what the Spartans coach has told his players on offense. Let's just grind this clock down to where the Bears don't have an opportunity to make a comeback and we can get away with the W.
That is very true. Trying to march down the field, but slowly.
And here they
Fumbles
go.
the snap.
Tries to pass and hits that man 23 for the reception.
That was close to a
goodness.
first down.
Spartans are making play after play after play. Boy, they have really stepped up their game after the second half. Or the first half, my bad.
They really have. Bears have been playing really good football as well.
My goodness. To be honest, I am so surprised by the way the Bears are playing right now. After seeing so much film and after watching so many games that they've played on live stream and also, just being a part of the Bears organization myself, this is a huge improvement on all fronts of whatever team is playing. Special teams, offense, defense, everyone's improved hugely. Tackling's improved. Defense has improved in terms of reading the offense. Wide receivers are making their plays count. Quarterbacks are making better reads. Of course, they still need to progress and improve, but everything's so much more better now than it was at the start of the season.
They're looking really good tonight.
Definitely looking good. But Spartans come out in trips and looking to hit. Oh, he keeps it. Oh,
Tackle.
what a run. Almost had the first down, but will be marked short. About 2 yards short of the first down.
That's now 4th and 2.
Oh, my goodness. Can you believe it? The momentum swing on the sideline is crazy right now. Spartans are hyped, and they're getting in and amongst it. But it looks like the Bears sidelines have been silenced from getting back into this game.
That's very true. What if you were the offensive coordinator's mind right now? What would you do?
Offensive coordinator mind.
Yeah.
Are you talking Spartans or Bears?
Spartans. 4th and 2.
4th and 2. Boy, I'm either punting this or I'm running it to get that first down. But I think I would like to run it here to get that first down because our run game has been very strong. And we've been getting those outside bounces for our running back very nicely with the blocks sealing the DBs and the secondary level towards the inside, allowing the running back to bounce to the outside and taking that sideline. But, yeah, I'd definitely like to make a run here for the first down.
That is very true. Their run game has been very good tonight.
Definitely.
And their passing game for a second string QB, again, it's been pretty all right.
Oh, my goodness. I am loving every single minute of this game because they're just giving you more and more and more, and you can't help but just be attached to your screen as this game is getting hectic. And the pressure and the delivery to number 80. There's a flag on the play, though. I don't know. Maybe this is getting called back.
Oh.
But I believe they're calling a first down, so that might be on the defense. 1:29 on the clock left for the Bears to make something happen.
Their defense really has to step up here. Pretty good yourself.
Oh my goodness, what a game we have in our hands. All the way down to the last minutes, both teams have been fighting their hearts out to get this win for both sides.
They have.
And it's so good to see because it's not often you see a hard-fought game like this in GQ. Gridiron Queensland, we love football, baby. Let's go.
What's this?
Spartans come
Fourth and long.
out, 4th and long in the spread formation, and they run the ball again with 22. And I believe that is
Pulled up
Mr.
short.
Girth running it right down the gut of the Bears defense.
Bears now have a minute and a half to score.
Oh my goodness, can you believe it? A minute and a half. A minute and a half. Do you think they can do it? Do you think they can pull it off?
If they really dig in deep, they really can.
I believe so, man. Anything can happen in football. You have a minute and a half left. Hey, get your defense. Make some things happen on defense, which they did. And now they've got the ball in their hands. Now they have to go up-tempo, march down the field, and put a touchdown on the board.
Like you saw from last drive, they nearly had a massive play, just a little bit too overthrown.
Absolutely. But to me, I'd remain patient here if I'm the offensive coordinator and not throw the ball willy-nilly up in the air for an interception and just take what they give us until we get down to the field.
Oh, the pressure.
As you can see there, number 14 trying to spit out of the tackle, but ended up getting sacked for a loss. And now the Bears are facing a very tough down, 2nd and long.
Spartans doing their thing, sending heat.
Definitely bringing the house that time, the Spartans, making sure they can hold and contain the quarterback, but then also the DBs doing all they can to shut down those wide receivers on the outside. That time I didn't really see any of the wide receivers get open on the big play, and that is good job by the Spartans DBs.
2nd and 15 now, 2nd and long.
2nd and long. This game is just getting more and more exciting. Looks like both teams have taken a timeout here, and they're looking to make something happen, dial up something special to give them the momentum to ride it out the rest of the game. I believe that's what the Bears are trying to do by taking a timeout here. What do you think will happen when they come out of the huddle?
I really hope that they just bring the intensity. Just lift all the boys up, do as the best they can, even though it's late in the 4th quarter.
Definitely.
This is where the real athletes shine.
And I believe this is where the sideline is most needed, and it's very discouraging to see that the Bears sidelines is silenced right now when they should be yelling and when they should be cheering their offense on when they're not in the huddle, when they're in the huddle, sorry.
Just like the Spartans are right now with their defense.
Definitely. And they look to pass it. Spartans bring the heat. And a pick by number 11. And I believe that is Mitch number 11, I'm not sure. Oh my goodness. And I believe the Spartans have put this game to sleep. But you can never count the Bears out, not yet. Not yet. Boy, what an exciting game.
That was a great play, trying to get it.
I believe the quarterback just did not let the ball out of his hands early enough and just let it sail up in the air way too long. And when the ball's in the air, man, you know what happens. DBs love to fly towards those balls and make plays happen. Pause. Man.
Spartans would be feeling good right now. The defense just walked off. Smiles flying
Smiles
everywhere.
all along the sidelines for the Spartans, but I believe on the sideline of the Bears, they must be feeling gutted right now, knowing that, you know, they've just turned the ball over and their one opportunity to win the game has been squandered.
Yeah.
But it was a hard-fought game out here on the beautiful Gold Coast, out at the Stingrays field. GQ bringing you this game live by live streaming Brisbane. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Hope you've enjoyed the game. And hope you stick around and watch more of these beautiful games brought you by Gridiron Queensland and live streaming Brisbane here in beautiful Queensland.
They've just taken the kneel to finish the game. They're running the clock out. Be sportsmanship.
And there you have it, folks. The Spartans have continued riding that momentum, and they've got another W underneath their belt into the playoffs. Unfortunately, by the Bears, the playoffs runs have been stopped by the Spartans as I believe they've not been able to get any wins on the board throughout the regular season. It is tough to see, but they had an opportunity here to make something special happen and make a playoff run, but they weren't able to make it happen. And the Spartans come out the victors in this game.
They fought very well, though. They'd be very proud of
To
this
be
game.
honest, man, as a bear myself, I'm more than happy to call those guys comrades, teammates, and downright warriors for the games they played today. And they stayed out there and fought every single down, every single play, and every single snap. And it was a lovely game. And the boys have held their heads up high. Both teams fought super hard. And the Spartans just ended up being more prepared for this game than the Bears. But very hard fought game on both sides. Give it up for both teams on the sideline and also in the live stream. I bet you loved that game. Did you?
It was a very good game, and it definitely couldn't have been possible without the sponsors, Sporting Globe Rabina, Men of Business, Now I Can Run Foundation, and Academy 49.
Thank you very much for joining us at Gridiron, Queensland, and now on live streaming Brisbane and watching this beautiful game we love, Gridiron, out here on the beautiful Gold Coast. Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoy the rest of your night, and stay tuned for the Ravens versus Stingrays, the next game.